Now it's time for the stories.
Hey, I'm Derek, and yes, I'm your man for the next 4 videos. Now first up, I'm going to show you a story that goes way, way, way back, as far back as the ancient Greeks. Now those Greeks had a god for everything, and a lot of great stories about them. Even one about a teenage boy begging his dad for the keys to the car. Okay, so there were no cars in ancient Greece, but the gods had some really, really cool chariots. And when a boy named Phaeton took his dad's chariot for a spin, he needed more than a seatbelt to save him. Unlike Phaeton, do you know your limits? Can rules ever be a good thing? Hang on, it's about to be a wild, wild ride. Ah!
Phaeton's Wild Ride.
Phaeton was just a human boy, a mortal like all the other kids. But he knew there was something that made him special. His father was Phoebus, the god of the sun, who drove the fiery chariot that brought daylight to the world. He bragged to his friends that one day he would prove it by driving his father's chariot across the sky. But his friends just laughed at him. In truth, Phaeton had never known his father, so he went to the sun god's palace to meet him. Phoebus in his shimmering crown was more amazing than Phaeton had even imagined.
Wow!
Talk to me, son.
I need you to prove that you're my father. Would you do that for me, please?
Phoebus loved his son and said he would grant him any wish. But Phaeton wanted only one thing.
Father,
to drive his father's chariot across the sky.
Please, Father, just once.
Phoebus knew it was just too dangerous. Only a powerful god could handle the chariot that turned night into day.
I'll give you anything but that.
But Phaeton begged his father, and by the time a new day was about to begin, Phoebus gave in. The gates of dawn opened, and the sun god's horses were ready to ride. Phaeton was so excited he barely listened to his father's warning as he leaped into the chariot and led the horses into the sky.
Hold the reins with all your might. If you fly too high, the earth will freeze. If you fly too low, the earth will burn.
On Earth, the kids looked up and saw their friend at the reins. They cheered, but a moment later, they gasped. Phaeton couldn't hold the reins, and the horses veered from their path. They soared too high, into the constellations of stars, just missing the sting of the scorpion, thundering toward the bull, racing past the crab, his claws almost piercing the chariot. Just as the earth was starting to freeze, the chariot plunged down too low. Mountains exploded from the heat. Rivers dried up. The world caught on fire. Phaeton couldn't breathe or see, but he heard Mother Earth crying for help from Zeus, the most powerful of the gods.
Zeus, save me!
Zeus knew he had to stop the boy in order to save the earth, so the great god of Olympus cast a thunderbolt at the chariot. Phaeton was thrown from the chariot and plummeted to earth, leaving only a trail of smoke as he disappeared into a river. Phoebus was so overcome with grief, he never wanted to ride the chariot again. But he knew that only he could bring daylight to the world. So, with a broken heart, he took the reins and drove across the sky, knowing that no mortal would ever drive the chariot again.
Let's say one day a mysterious stranger appeared in your neighborhood. Let's say she was beautiful and had some weird magic powers. Now, would you want to hang out with her or run away from her in fear? Well, I guess that depends on how beautiful and how weird. But anyway, that's the story behind an old Mexican legend about a mythical girl who changed one village forever with her baffling behavior. How do we decide what is normal and what is different? Have you ever had a hard time accepting someone who was different? Has anyone ever had a hard time accepting you? Let's take a look at the legend of Lucia.
The Legend of Lucia.
Once upon a time, a beautiful girl named Lucia came to a small village in Mexico. She was quiet and dignified and walked with a loyal iguana by her side. Butterflies and flowers trailed Lucia wherever she went, but the most amazing thing about her was that she seemed to shine, even brighter than the sun. The villagers all agreed they had never seen anyone like her. They were in awe of Lucia, and a little afraid. But the river that flowed through the village fell in love with her right away. When Lucia bathed in it, the waters rose up to meet her and flowed through her shining hair. Afterwards, she'd comb it, and all the water and the fishes and the otters would flow out of her hair and back into the river. Lucia's powers frightened some of the villagers, and they began to avoid her. Some whispered that Lucia was going to hurt them. They called her names and treated her cruelly. Finally, they drove her from the village. Lucia went back to say goodbye to the river and bathe in it one last time. But when she tried to comb the water and the fishes and the otters from her hair, they wouldn't leave. They went with her when she left the village, leaving behind a dry, winding riverbed. Where once there had been green trees and cool breezes and birds singing, everything was dry and lifeless. No rain fell for weeks, and a great drought brought despair to the villagers. It was only then that they understood just how much the river loved Lucia and how much they needed its water. And they knew they had to bring Lucia back. After days of searching, they finally found her taking refuge in a cave with her iguana. They begged Lucia to bring the river back to the village.
I will do as you ask if you promise to treat everyone with kindness, no matter how different they seem to you, just as the river gives water to all who are thirsty.
Everyone agreed, and Lucia returned to the riverbed and began to comb her hair. This time, the water, the fishes, and the otters flowed out, and the river was full again. The people jumped into the river with joy. They were so happy to have the water back, they didn't even notice that Lucia had gone again. But she really hadn't left them. Her spirit would always be there to help them live with love and compassion in their hearts.
A book may just be paper, ink, and glue, but in between the covers, there's a whole other world. A world created by somebody's imagination. Take this Harry Potter book, for instance. It's got fantasy, adventure, wizards, magic, and more, but it all came from the mind of one writer, J.K. Rowling. Judging by the size of it, I'd say that woman's got a huge imagination. How do some people use their imagination to make their dreams come true? Let's watch the video.
Wizard of Words.
He'll be famous, a legend. There will be books written about Harry. Every child in our world will know his name.
When J.K. Rowling wrote those words about Harry Potter, she had no idea they would really come true.
We love Harry Potter!
But kids in England went wild over Rowling's exciting series of books about a boy wizard and his magical adventures, and the rest of the world followed. Harry Potter books are printed in 60 different languages with dozens of different covers, and millions of people line up, dress up, and even sleep out just to buy them. It's Harry Mania.
It's very different. It's not like a normal, average book. It's so detailed. It's almost like watching the book instead of reading it.
J.K. never expected fame and fortune. Before she wrote her best-selling books, she was a single mother living in a small apartment in Scotland. She had no money and no job, and she was scared about her future. But she always knew, even as a young girl, that she was destined to be a writer.
As soon as I knew that people wrote books, I knew that's what I wanted to do.
In 1990, J.K. had the idea that would change her life. She was riding on a train one day when suddenly, as if by magic, Harry Potter entered her imagination and she knew she would write his story. But even a wizard of words couldn't just wave a magic wand and make a book appear. It took many years of writing and boxes stuffed with notes before this became this. But you can tell by the words on each page that J.K. loved every minute she spent creating Harry's world, just as much as his world of fans enjoy her magical creation. Now, J.K. Rowling is richer than the Queen of England and as famous as a rock star. And every 30 seconds, someone, somewhere, begins to read a Harry Potter book. And to think, it all started with a train ride.
Do you ever dream of what it would be like to cruise around Hollywood and hang with your favorite stars? Well, the woman in our next video gets to do that all the time, and she gets paid for it. Her name is Carmen Esker, and she writes about celebrities for some popular teen magazines. Talk about a dream job. Watch and see who she's hanging with, think about why we think celebrities are cool, and I will keep on dreaming.
On the Beat.
Most people know celebrities from their pictures, their movies, and their music. But Carmen Esker actually knows them. She's right at home on the red carpet at a VH1 awards show.
It's a little nutty, but it'll be okay, trust me.
Carmen is a writer for Tiger Beat and Bop, two of the biggest teen magazines in the country.
We love Bop and Tiger Beat.
She gets to interview the stars and a whole lot more in this totally entertaining job.
Can't really have a bad day because there's always something exciting happening. Hollywood Boulevard, right there.
The glitz of Hollywood is a long way from Tijuana, Mexico, which will always be home to Carmen.
I miss Tijuana because my family's all there, and my brothers are there, and their kids are there, and I'm the only one here because I'm working here, so that's the part that I miss.
But work keeps her busy. Today, she's interviewing Camille Winbush from the Bernie Mac show. She'll only have a few minutes between Camille's scenes, so Carmen's gotta be ready to ask questions and take notes as soon as Camille sits down.
I always bring my tape recorder with me. It's you have to have it, and I always have a notepad because you sometimes will see like a celebrity doing something on the set that's kind of interesting, or like what kind of things they were wearing. Hi Camille, how are you?
Hi.
Carmen, nice to see you.
Then it's back to the Tiger Beat office. What's next? An interview with the singing group Aja. The sisters Jamie and Andrea come to the office and they even sing a little.
I'm gonna give you all the love I've got to give inside.
After arranging a quick photo shoot for the magazine, Carmen gets to hop on Aja's tour bus.
I want to go on the road with you.
Fun.
This is so much fun. Look, it's all pink.
At the end of each day, there's still tons for Carmen to do. There are articles to finish writing and interviews to listen to. But whether she's talking to the stars,
Thank you so much. Tracy Morgan,
or putting together fashion photos for the magazine, it really comes down to one thing for Carmen:
So now I'm proofreading a story on Mandy Moore and Katie Holmes, and I'm also working on my fashion story, The Closet, that we were looking at earlier. And it's all great. I love the fashion, I love the celebrities, but what I really, really love is the writing. And that's what really gets me excited.
Cesar here to take you beyond words in the next 4 videos. And I just want you to know that you're in good hands because I am the smartest. I am the most talented. I am the champion VJ of the world! Okay, that sounds really lame when I say it, but when a real champ like Muhammad Ali said stuff like that, it was true. This boxer could send you down for the count with 1 punch, but he could also knock you out with just a few words. Can words be as powerful as a punch? Watch the video and see why Muhammad Ali was called the greatest.
The greatest.
Muhammad Ali was one of the funniest, flashiest, and most flamboyant figures of his time.
I am the greatest.
And he was a pretty awesome boxer, too. Just ask him.
I'm young, I'm fast, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat.
Ali had a lot to brag about. He started boxing at the age of 12. He won an Olympic gold medal for it at 18, and right after that, he turned pro. As if that weren't enough to grab everyone's attention, he kept people laughing with his clever rhymes and snappy comebacks.
Now Lee lands on the right. What a beautiful swing, and the punch lifts Frazier clean out of the ring.
It was all fun and games until Ali stepped inside the ring, where his lightning-fast fists and feet did all the talking. In 1964, at age 22, he already had a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. But he'd have to face this man, the huge, powerful Sonny Liston. No one thought Ali had a chance, except for Ali, of course.
If you like to lose your money, be a fool and bet on Sonny.
Ali joked and teased all the way to the big fight.
I saw Sonny Liston a few days ago, Jack.
Ain't he ugly?
He even predicted how many rounds it would take to beat Liston.
I predicted he will go in 8 to prove that I am great. And if he want to go to heaven, I'll get him himself. He'll be in the worst of 6 if I cut it to 6. And if he keeps talking jive, I'll cut it to 5. There's another one. Sonny wobble. Has him hurt.
Ali beat Liston in 6 rounds, and a boxing legend was born. Over the next 15 years, Ali went on to win an incredible 36 fights, including 2 more World Heavyweight Championships.
Ding.
In one of the most famous, a fight in Central Africa known as the Rumble in the Jungle, Ali took the title from George Foreman.
Here we go, Ali quickly across the round.
Of course, Ali had a poem ready for the occasion.
Now George Foreman
disappears from view. The crowd is getting frantic, but our radar stations have picked him up. He's somewhere over the Atlantic.
By now, Ali was the most famous athlete in the world. From the United States to Asia to Africa, he was loved and respected for his charm, his wit, and of course, his amazing skill as a boxer. Ali retired from boxing in 1981, but he returned to the world stage in 1996 to open the Olympic Games in Atlanta, Georgia. Millions of fans watched with pride as Ali lit the Olympic torch. Though the years had changed him, the world would always think of him as the greatest.
Check it out. I'm learning American Sign Language. This is how you spell my name. C-E-S-A-R. Cool, huh? What's even more cool is the group in our next video who sing in sign language. Sound unusual? Are you wondering how people adapt and change to meet their own needs? Well, you've got to see S-E-E and hear H-E-A-R, how they do it.
It's a good sign.
Speaking Hands has performed all over the country and the world for audiences as big as the Super Bowl. What makes them so special is that they use American Sign Language to get their music out to both hearing and deaf audiences. In sign language, you use your hands to communicate rather than your voice. For example, this is David.
I'll spell my name for you. D-A-V-I-D, David.
Learning sign language is like learning other languages. First, everyone starts out by learning how to sign letters of the alphabet.
Good. E.
Then they learn movements that express whole thoughts.
You would say, hi, how are you in English? And in sign language, you would say...
Claudette, the leader of the group, says that all kinds of audiences, both hearing and deaf, love speaking hands because everybody can enjoy the music. People who can hear, listen, and people who can't hear, experience it through signs. The members of Speaking Hands are between 8 and 18 and have to keep up good grades if they want to perform. Some can hear and some, like Uloma, are deaf, but everybody can keep the beat. The group spends every weekend rehearsing and giving workshops to other people who want to learn sign language. And then there are the performances. For these kids, Speaking Hands is more than just a way to learn a language. It's a way of sharing music with everyone.